Brandon Sanderson has more or less conquered the fantasy world. The prolific author who writes and releases lengthy novels faster than Sonic the Hedgehog can forcibly shit out chili cheese dogs has multiple best-selling fantasy series and has won over legions of fans, mostly because his stories feature characters that go on grand character arcs, intuitive magic systems, and overall well-crafted stories with interesting twists and turns. After all, he wrote the Mistborn trilogy, the Skyward series, the Stormlight Archive, which, as I've stated before, is the best ongoing fantasy series at the moment, and finished the last 3 books of the genre-defying The Wheel of Time series. He has quite the resume, even before we discuss his interconnected continuity of book series dubbed the Cosmere, where series and standalone books like Stormlight, Mistborn, Warbreaker, and Elantris all take place, which is pretty cool. However, this success did not happen overnight. Everyone starts somewhere after all, and in terms of Brandon Sanderson, his first major narrative success happened in 2005 with his first published book, Elantris, which is a really good fantasy novel that features many Sandersonian trademarks that would define his more modern storytelling career. There are multiple POV characters, a fictional high fantasy world and nations, intense political factions, characters with sharp wit, and a lot of extensive world building, which is all really awesome. But the most important aspect of Elantris, as well as Sanderson's oeuvre as a whole, are the character arcs that feature awe-inspiring dramatic swings. The main protagonist, Prince Raoden, was transformed into a flesh-decayed ghoul and was banished to live on the streets of the cursed city of Elantris, along with all the other pitiful cursed beings like himself. There's the political yet witty foreign princess, Serene, who is trying to work her way up the setting locale's political institutions that both frown upon outsiders and clever women. And then there's Hrathen, a priest of the Dorethi religion who discovers that he isn't as fervent a believer that he once thought himself to be, which is a problem seeing as he was assigned with converting an entire country of people by a short time span, and if he misses that deadline, the alternative is slaughter. Because ticking clocks, am I right? With these 3 character arcs, Elantris has a lot to work with both on a narrative and a character level. It is interesting to see how Raoden tries to inspire hope in Elantris' oppressive society. It's entertaining to read Serene's expert political maneuvers in a setting that constantly underestimates her, and it's captivating to follow Hrathen's crisis where he tries to contrast his faith with the violent religious institution that he serves. Elantris is all really good here. Admittedly, Elantris does have one fault. Seeing as this is Sanderson's first major novel, some of his prose are rough compared to his later work. The multiple POV nature of the story sometimes undermine narrative wrinkles that could have worked as plot twists or hidden reveals, and it does take a while for Hrathen to become an interesting and compelling character in his own right. It is a problem, but honestly, these issues don't prevent Elantris from being a good read. The book features a compelling narrative with great characters and awesome heroic arcs alongside some nifty high fantasy concepts, and as a result, it's really good and as good a place to start as any for new readers trying to get into Sanderson's Cosmere works. I do recommend it.